It double plays that whenever I change scenes for some reason. Oh, Grim, Rocco, I know you guys left already. Thank you for the follow. Life, I thank you for the thank you for the raid. How was your animation? You said you were almost done with it. That's why I double played. No, while I was in, thank you, N, for throwing stuff. While I was in, what's that? During the ads, 2 people followed, and then the alerts played. And whenever I change scenes too fast or too soon after the alerts, for some reason the alerts think they need to play again. So it's just something I just gotta deal with. Stream elements do be weird like that. Small changes like highlights, but like the big parts are done. It doesn't happen to you? Yeah, I don't know why it happens to me. I've like checked like my sources and stuff, but maybe I have to check whether the sources are always up or if they load when I change scenes or what. I don't know. That's an off-stream troubleshoot. Might be that, yeah. Like to save memory, I'm like, don't keep things loaded if I'm not on that scene. But maybe for the web browser thingies, I should probably keep them. Do I like the chat there or do I like the chat here? Move the chat here. I think I like it here better. I was thinking about drawing Kuja, but also I was like, what if I finished my comic instead? Right back, you hunger for food. All right, have a good one. Stay safe. Don't get lost. EP. Yeah, me too. Take a nap. Hamish is already napping. But you want to draw? Yeah. The struggle is real. That'll probably be my next project. Kuja, just like a really quick drawing of Kuja. I just want to draw his hair, but he's also got like a really nice back. Oh, dropped my pen. Hi, Toby. Oh, good. They have a wallpaper of it. Look at this. Look, you can kind of see. You can kind of see his back a little bit. Kind of. Look, here, let me move this down so that I can. That's not where I want it. You could see. You could see like his little hip things here, right here, and here, and then he's got this nice little back back bit right here that I could focus on. Seaside, you know? And then, you know, if I could just have his head turning, you know, to the side or something. You could use your Stella wig. Yeah, yeah, look at his hair. Like he's got this really nice hair here that could probably have flowing out to the side or something. But what I really want to focus on is like his lower back here. And then his hip windows. Rockets off into space. All right. Have a good one. Team Rocket's blasting off again. Welcome back, Slifa. But yeah, I think he'd be a pretty cool cosplay, except for the fact that here, let me grab another. Very pretty. I like how in other games they seem to give him this sort of feathery thing up here. I think that's part of his hair. I don't remember if it's his hair or if it's a headpiece. You found your way back. Excellent. This from Final Fantasy IX, or is this from oh, it's transparent. Hell yeah. You can see his this piece here. It's basically like a cod piece, I suppose. I like his Dissidia design. Yeah. Dissidia. He has a metal garage cover. He does. Is this his Dissidia design right here? Is this it, or is that he's wearing like these Sabaton greaves or whatever the fuck they are? I really like these the sleeve things that he has. Watch. Which one is this from? Oh yeah, this picture. We're just gonna paste Kuja all over my thing. It's fine. It's fine. Oh shit. Fine. He's got he's got these what are those? Are those like socks? He's got like these socks, these thigh-high socks underneath knee pads, like metal knee pads, and then these armored wizard shoes. I love his nails. I love his nails. I don't know if you guys could see it, but this little thing that happens up here on the top of his head, it might be a headpiece, but it could also be his hair. It looks like a feather. He's part bird is what this guy is. Never mind steel toes, just put a steel plate on top. He's part chocobo. Oh man, my black mage chocobo. I should redraw my black mage chocobo. Can you imagine a chocobo that can cast magic? We already have to deal with meteor spamming red chocobos. No, no, here it looks like he's wearing socks too. Yeah, I think those are like underneath his metal boots. He's got these really long thigh-high socks. Splody Chocobo, yeah. He's got, it's a very nice design though. Very nice design. The trying to see whatever the fuck is going on here. What is that? It looks like a belt. There's like another collar going on in here. There's like a second shirt under this or something. You don't wear armor straight on top of your skin. You gotta wear socks. Yeah, but like these thigh-high socks. And then this is bare. He's showing off his thighs. Look at that. Look at that. Why isn't he wearing pants? Scales. Arrow to the thigh, right? Right? Or like to his belly. This is very important, very important area. Like if you get, an arrow in there, you're basically just gonna have to disembowel yourself trying to get that arrow out. Like that doesn't sound fun. Representation of guys being shut off like that. Yeah. I love a guy with a with a midriff and thighs out. Tummy out, thighs out. I don't know about his guns, but he's got different guns, but it's fine. Thighs and tummy out. I think in Dissidia they got rid of his hip windows though. I don't see the hip windows here. I don't know where this one is from. I also don't see the hip windows there. His looks kill? Absolutely. They're there, just perspective. Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, there's a little bit here. Yeah, you can kind of see it here. If I were to draw it, I would exaggerate it so that it comes down a lot more. But that would be just me. That'd just be me. Maxine! Rip hip windows because those hips don't lie. According to the res, they do be lying though. I hope you're having a good one. I was just talking about how my next project will probably just be drawing Kuja. All of these are gonna go. Yeah. Bye. Interesting his concept art though. Oops. He's still got the socks and his thighs out. Yeah, you can kind of see his little bit of hip here. Kind of hard to see what's going on here with this sleeve thing. But yeah, this just looks like his hair. This is the equivalent of Kojami's version. Kojami's. I said Kojima and Konami in the same sentence. Equivalent of Kojima's version for Raiden, right? Right? He's so pretty. Have a good lurk. Lurk in the Kmart parking lot since you don't have time to fight. All right, all right. We were watching Bob Ross on Twitch today. Oh. Someone was playing like videos of him, old videos of him. He's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. He has a really good view of like the fundamentals of like art, especially painting, And I know a lot of people who've actually like even if they don't have actual painting materials, they'll open up like MS Paint and they'll paint along with him in MS Paint, and they say it's the experience is like the same, which is good. Let me get rid of Kuja. Cute, right? Bob Ross is really cool. Was really cool. I just give these guys the thickest eyebrows because I don't know anymore. His voice and ways of talking is super nice. I've never actually heard Kuja voice acted. I don't think. Was he voice acted in like in Dissidia or something? Oh, Bob Ross. We're talking about Bob Ross. Okay. His hair is pretty. He had big hair. Sorry, I'm still stuck on Kuja. I don't know why I went back there. Yeah, Bob Ross is cool. How'd you spell Kuja? Exactly like that. You got it right. You're a pro, yeah. You just gotta sound it out. It's fine. Love Kuja's voice and way of talking. I've never heard him voice acted before. Maybe they gave him a voice in Dissidia. Can't remember if any other Final Fantasy got a movie. I feel like Final Fantasy VII was the only one that got a movie, and that was Advent Children. Fucking wedding ass sounding remix arrangement. This isn't a 4-chord song, is it? I feel like Dot Hack really likes to use their like church bell sounding instruments. Spirits Within. It wasn't based on a game though, was it? Was Spirits Within based on a game? On one of the Final Fantasy games? No. Can you imagine if Spirits Within got a game? Completely original. Sometimes I think about sitting down and watching it, but you know, I've heard not good things about it, but maybe if I sit down and watch it as like just a movie in and of itself rather than as like as a Final Fantasy movie. It's a thought. What even is it about? Like, out of all of the criticism I've heard of it, I've never heard what it was actually about. Not as bad as people say. Definitely just watching it as a sci-fi movie. I see, I see. Yeah, I know there's a lot of movies that are based on yeah, like games and stuff that would have been like the Assassin's Creed movie. The one with what's his name in it? Oh, I forgot. But like that was a good sci-fi movie. Good sci-fi action movie. But as an Assassin's Creed installment that's considered canon, uh it's I don't like it. It was a good movie. It was a good movie, but it wasn't it shouldn't have been canon and it shouldn't have been called Assassin's Creed. If the live stream turned evil, yo. Put that on the to watch list. I think the only other Final Fantasy that I've ever like encountered that deals with a type of live stream is Final Fantasy 14. I don't remember much about Final Fantasy 7. And then Final Fantasy 8 was just the card game. But then I only played like the first 20 minutes of that game. So you have to collect the Guardian forces. It's funny that they 9 does as well. I'll have to pay more attention. They don't mention it. They haven't mentioned it quite just yet. Imagining a live stream, if a live stream was evil. Comes up way later, I see. Yeah, I know after they meet the other summoner, things start to get a little bit crazy. I can't wait to meet the other summoner. She's so cute. It's funny that Final Fantasy VIII shortens Guardian Force to GF because this what do they call it? Semantic drift. The semantic drift of what GF stands for now. The only thing we could think of while we were playing through like the first couple of minutes of this game was like, you're telling me I got to collect girlfriends to become powerful? Hi, Dobie. Also, my first exposure to Final Fantasy VIII, fortunately or unfortunately, probably unfortunately, was Kingdom Hearts. So I was introduced to Squall as Leon. Which I think for some reason made no sense at the time why they did that. But I think they wanted to avoid like spoilers or something. They wanted him to be a surprise when they showed up. So they were like, "You gotta go talk to Leon." And you're like, "Okay, who the fuck is Leon?" And then you get beat up by him in the town square. And Yuffie's like, I think you went a little too hard on him, Squall." And he's like, "You gotta call me Leon now. I'm not Squall anymore." Sometimes I think about going through Kingdom Hearts again, but then I remember the suffering. Kingdom Hearts is a good game, but I don't know if I'd suffer through it again. I'd probably watch someone else play it. Someone with better frustration tolerance than me. Oh, dang. Chrono Cross is another game that I wanted to go through. Is that a game I want to go through like right now? Not right now, but because I was gonna go through Dot Hack next, and then Star Ocean till the end of time. Maybe I could tentatively put Chrono Cross after that. Maybe play some modern-ish PS2 games and then jump back to the PS1. That'll be great. Well, Chrono Cross is another really good like fantasy type game, also by Square Enix. That has a lot of like really cool characters. If you think the characters in Final Fantasy IX are crazy, um, Chrono Cross has some really crazy ones. I think Trigger before that was also pretty unique in the type of characters that it got. I haven't played Trigger. I know other people who have. And I should probably play Chrono Trigger because so many people say it's really good. But it's another one of those games. I think Chrono Cross is like that too, where like there's so many different paths you can take, and to get all of the endings kind of requires that you play the game multiple times. Chrono Trigger looks cute. Yeah, the art for Chrono Trigger looks very much like um Dragon Ball Z type of art or Dragon Ball type of art, because I think it was the same artist who did that, and Dragon Quest kind of. Vaguely heard the name before, but know nothing about it. Yeah, Trigger's a really good one. Chrono Trigger came out before Chrono Cross. They don't exactly have anything to do with each other, so you could play them separately or in whatever order you want, I think. Um, I think some of the characters have like the same name, but I think they're like completely different. Toriyama, yeah, that was the name. That was the name. Saw a random article title. The idea of a Chrono Trigger remake fills me with dread. What even is there to improve? Yeah, there are some games that they don't need a remake per se. They either need to put the original like disc back into production or something, or find a way to port it onto like more modern systems. Like you don't need to remake a game. You just need to make it available for people to play. And while emulators are a good alternative, um a lot of times there are some things that get lost between the emulation and the original playing it on a console. I couldn't tell you what that was though. I couldn't get into specifics about it. I know there are a lot of people in like the camp where they want remakes of their favorite old games, mostly because they want to see them in like updated graphics at like 60 FPS and all that, which is fine. I have gripes with remastering um games from 30 FPS to 60 FPS, especially if they have timers on them. Because a lot of times the timers are based on the FPS. And when they switch from 30 FPS to 60 FPS, they always, without fail, forget that these timers rely on the frame rate. And they essentially cut the timers in half. So, like, if you have iframes, say, for like 0.5 seconds, right? In a 30 FPS game, if you port that game to a console that runs it at 60 FPS, you cut those iframes from 0.5 to 0.25. And that could be that could mean life or death, you know. That's a skill issue from the company, yeah. But what seems to happen is that it happens every time and it pisses me off. I'm like, do you guys you're just like, yeah, it worked fine. The original game worked it just fine. All we have to do is up the graphics and up the up the resolution and up the frame rate and we're fine. And then they don't update the timers. And it's sometimes it makes the game a little bit unplayable, which is kind of sad because now these people who are experiencing this game for the first time that didn't play it before the remaster are like, wow, this game fucking sucks. And you're like, well, it sucks now. I just think if they want to remaster games, they need to take better care of the games that they're remastering, you know? And not just looking for like what feels like a money grab, I suppose. I think a lot of people were kind of disappointed with the Snake Eater remaster. I think it was a remaster, like an HD remaster. And what they basically did was they took all of the old models out of the game, kept like the frames and the animations in and stuff, and all they did was pop back in higher res new looking models. So like if there was a tree in like the corner of a cutscene, that same damn tree is there, but it's updated, you know? Does that make sense? And every single like animated cutscene, every single cutscene, pre-rendered cutscene or whatever that happened in Snake Eater, the original Snake Eater, happens frame for frame exactly the same in the remaster, which was kind of weird. They changed the graphics slightly, made it very expensive. The new graphics are just different, not better and not worse. Yeah, it's just different. But like everything else is the same. The animations, the walk animations, the game mechanics. 1 second. Sorry, someone came in to bother the dog. Anyways, that's my spiel on remastered games. Like sometimes they're good, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. You still hunger? What did you eat? Oh man, that's a great emote. I like the teeth. Slice a bite. Slice a chomp. I've been thinking about making a bite emote, but I haven't figured out how I want to uh compose that. Bite emote would be satisfying to use in chat, yeah. Sending me a Lloyd Zellos comic, okay. It's safe for work. I mean, I'm not gonna show it on stream. Are they arguing about how much they love each other? Not arguing, but yeah, no, yeah. What's the song? Blue Royal Palace from Tales of the Abyss. Tales of the Abyss has some nice music. Apparently, the guy who did Golden Sun also did Tales of the Abyss and Tales of Symphonia, which is kind of fucking wild. The sound in the song sounds so real. Coming from behind you in the ground. Yo, surround sound. I love a good percussion bit in music. Disabled the pop-up player. No. Why would they do that? That's so weird. That's why that's how I put other people's stream on my stream during collabs and stuff. How am I gonna do that now? I don't want to show my entire browser. Oh, it looks like we're in ads. It's fine. You have an ad blocker. I know Luke's abs are. Just want to see how they drew Jade sleeping. I know Luke's abs are, canon, but I hate when people draw him with abs. This kid is 17. This kid is 7 years old. Why does he have abs? Jade sleeping with an evil smile on his face. Evil, yeah. Every time you tab out, the ad pauses. Oh no. You can see stream again. Excellent. It's kind of sad that they got rid of the pop out because they seem very intent on just shoving ads into your face, you know? Feel if you improve ad experience, people are more likely to buy whatever it is or have a more positive view about it, right? But if, the ad gets shoved in your face, like people associate that with the bad feeling. I did save Toby, thank you. You know, I almost want to try to go through Rabanaster. I almost want to try to go through Rabanaster again, just us. But like actually doing the mechanics. Just but we'd have to set aside like a lot of time for that. Yeah, I just want to see if we can actually do it. Yeah, we can't burn through it like we did with the other ones though, but I think if we did the mechanics right, we might be able to eke by. Oh, healing other alliances is a pain in the butt though. I could do it. I'll hate every second of it, but I could do it. I should put Chrono Cross on my list. What if I had Toby tell me, let me program Toby playlist. All right, to playlist. Loog! We did Crystal Tower and Sky Pirates just fine, right? Surely we can do Rabanaster. That bot. New command. Playlist. What was I gonna do? Dot hack. I see people talking. Hold on. Happy Sunday, you're drawing. Hey, we're all drawing. Was after Star Ocean. The Chrono Cross. Was wondering how you see people talking in chat. Yeah. I think it was Chrono Cross. But that means I'm gonna have to update this every now and then. Sun and Moon. Oh, I thought you were talking about Pokemon. I should finish that game. Am I gonna do Evolution World? Oh my god. Maybe Maybe I should do that. I hated playing that game as a kid, but I do want to know what happens at the end of that game. Pokemon Sun and Moon, yeah. Ah, I see. It's not gonna format, but that's fine. Love that it doesn't format. Okay. That's just for me to remember, because if I don't have a list, I'm just gonna go all over the place. I'm gonna forget what I what I said I was gonna play. But also, it's not set in stone. I can absolutely change this list whenever I want. Transfer rights, absolutely. Always, all day, every day. It's draw time. Sunday is draw day. It's kind of crazy going through like these raids with someone who's never gone through these raids before. Because to her, we know exactly what to do all the time, every time. And when things are happening, we know exactly where to go and what to do. But the thing is, we've done these raids like 100, 200, 300 times. So it's like a dance, you know? And like, this is her very first time going through these raids, the 24, 24. Yeah, 24 man raids. We've done these raids 200 times, right? You should rename Sunday to Draw Day. Exactly. Make a petition. Let's go. And we know what to look out for because we've died 200, 300 times in these raids to these exact same mechanics that she is dying to. And it's like, man, you do this every day for a couple of months, trying to get a very specific armor drop for one class, and then this will come pretty naturally to you. Oh man, what if I listened to the Liza P soundtrack? But I just want like the records. I don't want other stuff. Playlist. So I took the shuffle off. All right. That's okay. I like this one. I have played Lies of P. I watched a friend play it, and then he let me play a new game plus run where the only thing I used was throwables. I only ever used throwables. I was running my ass away from those fucking bosses. Played through it 3 times and also the DLC. Yeah. Lies of P is very good. It's very Dark Soulsy. If you like Dark Souls, Lies of P is pretty good. In my opinion, it's easier. It's a little bit easier than Dark Souls, Bloodborne-esque games. But that's just me. I've heard other people say that it's more difficult. But I actually could get through Lies of P. I could not get through Dark Souls. Dark Souls games are your fave. Yeah, you might like Lies of P. I did like the story of Lies of P. She's also not getting the full dungeon experience because we're just carrying her through all of them and she doesn't have to worry about mechanics. Yeah, I mean sometimes that's fine. That's fine. But some of these dungeons, some of these raids, like people don't queue for them anymore. So it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to get the full dungeon experience simply because no one does specific raids anymore. And it's a little bit sad when they do that, but such is the way of MMORPGs. So the only thing you can do, the only way you can experience this is by having a high level player or a party of high level players carry you through it. I wonder if more DLC is going to come out for Lies of P. Or if that last one was it. This song's gonna make you nap. Yeah, the records in Lies of P are really nice. Go nap, go nappy. It's nappy time. This feels like it would show up in fucking Metal Gear Solid. No, you draw, you have T2. Man, I drank like 4 cups of tea yesterday for no reason. Well, not no reason, but mostly because I had brewed like an entire teapot full of tea and I was the only one drinking it. And I was like, this will be fine. And it was basically like 4 cups of tea. Is your tea still warm? It's a good time for warm tea. You drank 4 cups or 5. Luke has a full body portrait of Van in his bed. Yeah, did you know that? Did you know he's Y'all want to see it? Do y'all want to see it? Do you want me to boot up the PlayStation 2? Boot it up for your drawing room. Yeah. Surely I have. Capture. Play capture? Game capture. Make that real small. Oh! Stop that. So I don't know if you could see it here, but this is Van. Can I zoom in? Can I zoom in on that? That's Van. It's a huge painting, right? Hold on. Prop left. Prop right. Oh, there he goes. Fucking, that's Van. Like he's right there. Right next to his bed. He blows a kiss to it every night. He does the whole what's that? From Legally Blonde, she like leans her head against that picture of what's her name that she has, and he's like, "Oh, Master Band, we're really in it now." That's the actual game. It looks so movie-like. Oh yeah, Tales of the Abyss has a really cool like opening sequence thing. Hug it when you sleep, Luke, right? He's just got it in his bed. Do you think he takes it off the wall sometimes and he puts it on the cuck chair that's there in the corner of his fucking room? I can't believe he's got a whole like he doesn't even it's not a picture of him or nothing. It's Van. There's another picture in his room. Oh yeah, I can't see that one. That's okay. That's fine. He puts it here in the where's the chair? Oh there. He puts it here on this chair. Could you imagine? I don't even know if he could lift this painting. I'll bet you the frame's really crazy. Crazy heavy. That can go. That's nice little detour there. It's a painting of a beach. Sometimes I wish all games included a type of like free cam type of mode, just so that you could look at the like the environments of the game and stuff. Love you, free cam, yeah. And like even if people could use it to cheat, like if it's a single player offline game, it shouldn't really matter. Well, this one's nice. Free camming in Yakuza with the tool. Yeah, a lot of times mods will allow you to free cam and stuff. I know some games, if you have the what is that, the NVIDIA Ansel tool or whatever, some games will actually let you free cam with that tool, which is interesting because Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 by Frogwares and Sherlock Holmes The Awakened, the remake, allows you to do that with the Ansel program. Guy comes into Luke's room every morning to ask what he wants to do that day, you know? You know? That I guess one, that's his job, and two, you know, he just likes to hang out with Luke, I guess. And free cams allow you to take so many cool like screenshots and stuff. Every game should have a camera mode, in my opinion. Oh, the bottom of his other eye go. I remember someone asking why there was French in Lies of P when it takes place in in Italy? Which is actually a pretty valid question if you ask me. What are the French doing here? Get out. Get out of here. This is Italy. It's like going into a high fantasy setting video game and everybody has a fucking British accent. And I'm like, are you telling me Britain is the only place that that's allowed to have fantasy, or what? Xenoblade when everyone is British. But man, they did that in Assassin's Creed Unity also. The main two characters had like British accents and everyone else around them had French accents. And I'm like, okay, I know the Animus is fucking translating these people and then making it easier for people to like understand, I guess, but like, why even bother? Blame Tolkien. You know, you're right. You're right. But I don't think it's Tolkien's fault either. I think it's just it's people who are influenced by Tolkien and whatnot. But also, I don't know enough about Tolkien. I just spent an obscene amount of time drawing his eyes, but it's fine. It just got super warm in here all of a sudden, so I'm take my jacket off. Oh man, we did the funniest thing in Silent Hill last night. Um, I don't know if this is spoilery, but it's mostly just the type of weapons that you can get in the game. It's snowing where you live. Yo, we don't get a lot of snow down here. Up in the mountains we do, but down here the most we get is like frozen windshields and that's it. That's that time of year. But we got this weapon that is I think it's possessed by like an evil spirit, but or some kind of spirit. But you have the option to purify it. But while it's possessed by this spirit, the sword actually has some really cool like powers, like auto blocking, and you can counter with it. And it auto auto repairs itself while you're not using it as you're using other weapons. But as soon as you purify it, it loses all of those all of those fucking powers, and it's kind of just a regular sword now. And we did that, and we were like, why didn't the purifying just make it stronger? Why did it just take all of that away from us? Because you'd think with like the extra effort that we put into purifying the sword, it would make it better. But it didn't. It didn't give us any sort of like cool power-ups in exchange for the ones that we lost. But fucking wild. We're just like, it's just a normal sword now. Makes sense. So yeah, it kind of does. A little disappointing though. All that for a normal sword. If you make a game, you're adding that mechanic where when it's possessed, it's super powerful and you can purify it and make it normal. Make the weapon worse by removing its demonic power. That would be great. I think more games should incorporate that. Yeah, Toby? Yeah? But you get a bad ending. Yeah. Realizing what you just did. Yeah. And we're like, wait, give us the superpowers back. It's okay. We're gonna do another playthrough where we just keep the cursed status on the weapon. Let us fight with it longer, right? Killed one thing with it, and then the purifying pool was just around the corner, right? Yeah, so like you get this super powerful demon sword in a game you're making, and it's like super powerful, but you get a bad end because then the sword like possesses you or something, you know? But if you purify it, you no longer have a powerful sword, but you get you get a good ending because you're not possessed by the demon or something. Are you sure you want to purify this shit? Yeah, there should have been like, are you sure you want to purify this? Because you're going to lose all of the cool shit that it has while it's possessed. would have purified it regardless, and you like because you like to get good endings. I like to get all the endings, mostly because it gives more insight into like the story and like the character and stuff. But yeah, I always try to go for the good ending like first, and then I go and do like the other endings. Watch the other endings on YouTube. Yeah, sometimes especially if the game is like really long, sometimes watching on YouTube is the better option. Oh man, I'm excited for Thanksgiving. Still thinking about streaming on that day. I might actually go on really late because I'm going to be cooking in the morning, and then we're going to have dinner, and then after dinner we're probably just, most people have work the next day, but I don't. So I might just do like a really late night. Maybe art stream? Maybe. Think about it. Or I could do Friday. I'm off on Friday. So that's going to be fun. My boss was like, "Are you going to work on Friday? Or are you going to work on Thursday and Friday?" And I was like, "No, I'm in charge of cooking. And Friday, we go to visit family." So I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm going to call off on Friday." Not taking Friday off, but you're not going to do shit. I thought I could go in on Friday, but I literally do not want to go in um after Thanksgiving. But that means I might have to go in the Friday after Christmas, but we'll see where my PTO stands. I can't use sick time because then I think they take away like the holiday bonus for some reason. Yoshi, hate to work on Black Friday. No category. Wow, I thought I would put the category. It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Thank you for telling me, Joshi. Something they do here too. Don't get a bonus if you're sick too much. Yeah. But like it's weird that they're like, "Oh, if you call in sick the day after a holiday, um especially, you know, Thanksgiving, and you call in the day after, so you don't work on Friday, we're going to take away your holiday bonus." And I'm like, "Okay, man. Okay." Even once it feels evil, that's wild. It causes people to be unhealthy and overstress themselves. Yeah. I don't know, sometimes people just get sick over the holidays. Like, chill. That's glorp shit. Absolutely. Hurt their bodies over some random work company. I know. It's really sad that people have to, like, they have to choose between prioritizing their health and prioritizing their job. And a lot of times they choose the job because if they prioritize their health, they'll lose their job. And then, a lot of people kind of need the money, unfortunately. Coworker was like, I'm not anti-vax, but I don't like getting them. And they keep getting sick. Well, yeah, okay, that's on you, bro. If you don't get vaccinated and you keep getting sick, that's on you, man. That's on you. Mask the fuck up. If other people around you aren't masking up, an N95 will protect you. Usually, like maybe 95% of the time, from other people's not masking, being sick. No wonder you keep getting sick. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, there are legit reasons why some people can't get vaccinated, but that's why the rest of us should get vaccinated so that they don't have to worry about being stressed and getting sick because they can't get the vaccine. This is a hand, but I don't know what I wanted to do with it. As soon as like the flu shot came out, I went and got all of my vaccinations. Got the flu shot and the updated COVID vaccine. I came to work and I think my boss and my coworker, they didn't want to get the vaccine because they said vaccines make them feel sick after they get it. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. After the vaccine makes you feel miserable. I felt like I got hit by a fucking train after I got my vaccines. But then my coworker got sick. My coworker got sick because her kids came home from school after catching whatever the fuck it was that they catch at school, because a bunch of kids get sick over the holidays and then they bring it to school because they're not allowed to stay homesick. And then my boss got sick. And they're both in the office and I'm sitting there with my N95. Like, I got vaccinated, but I don't trust y'all. I don't trust y'all to not get me sick. Some of the vaccines do that. Seeing people suffer like that makes you so sad, especially, someone who is trying hard to get the bonus money and working way too much only to get a bad physical injury and not be able to physically work. Yeah. There's also that where, like, as long as you have your health, you can still work. But if you hurt yourself while working, then, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. You get mini sick so you don't get massive sick. Yeah. Be out for a day from vaccination side effects than not be vaccinated and be sick for 3 weeks and make other people sick. Yeah, I don't like getting sick. I don't like getting sick, but ever since I've been masking up at work and stuff, I don't get sick as badly. Like, I think I still get coughs, but at least I'm not fucking taken out. At least my coworker had the courtesy to at least wear a surgical mask in the office. But I was like, that can only do so much. And I didn't want to like confront her about it because You know, she was already sick anyway. So I just put on an N95. Still got sick, but much less. Yeah, yeah. And it went over fast. I mean, I still get allergies. I still get allergies because allergies be like that. I wish the N95 would save me from allergies. Wish you had masked more when you were in school because you were always catching something. Yeah, that was half from stress. But I mask a lot now, so it's okay. It's fine. Can kind of help with allergies. Yeah, yeah. But then, you know, when I'm at home, I don't mask because, you know, I want to be comfy at home, and then I have the dust. I have the dust and the pollen from the trees. Hard to avoid. Yeah, yeah. The dust TM and the dander TM. Yeah, I have a dog. Hamish has he's shedding a lot right now, so my allergies do be acting up. I remember hearing this story about someone who had cats when they were growing up, and their partner also had cats growing up. But so they were always like sniffling and congested and everything whenever they were at home. And as soon as they moved out with their partner and they didn't have any cats, suddenly they were like able to breathe and stuff. But then they looked at each other and they're like, okay, we know we're probably both allergic to cats, but do you want to get a cat? And they went and got a cat. He has a fluffy butt, yeah. Hamish Fluffy, yeah. He's got that winter coat, which means it's always shedding season. Understandable, yeah. If you're willing to suffer a little bit for it, you know, it's not so bad, I think, for them. Uh, but I think it was kind of funny that they found out that they were allergic to cats that way. Time is it? I got time. Do it for them, yeah. Tempted to put that poster of you know, Homer Simpson where he changed that poster that says remember you're here forever, and he changed it by putting pictures of his baby on the thing that says do it for her. I've been thinking about printing one out for myself at work, and then replacing it with pictures of Hamish breathing freely. You know what we're missing? And they were holding cats with their noses and eyes ready. Cats. I feel like when I get my own place, I might get a cat. But I've got my hands full with Hamish right now, so no other pets yet. You love cats. I also love cats. I love cats, but I'm also very allergic to them. I have friends that have cats, and whenever I visit them, after I leave their house, I am so, my nose is itchy. I'm sniffling. My nose is running. I'm coughing. My throat is itching. But, how can I not go over and, snuggle a cat, put my face in their fur, feed them the hyperallergenic food, which is like the opposite of one of my other friends who's also allergic to cats. But I guess the way he acts is that if he touches a cat, he acts like he's gonna die. So like every time the cat like just brushes past him, he like freaks the fuck out. He doesn't even like break out in hives or nothing. He just freaks out. And I'm like, all right, bro, you do you, but like I don't think this cat's gonna murder you. The expensive stuff. Oh yeah, feeding them expensive food is expensive though. You know it is. I feel like you should get a cat, but don't trust yourself with them. Yeah. Yeah, and then you gotta do like a lot of research, and then you gotta prepare the house. Gotta cat proof your house. Cat proof your house. Gotta get a litter box. Gotta feed them every day. And then, there's sometimes it's especially if like if it's a kitten, suddenly you don't know if they're gonna develop some sort of like genetic disease or something. So like if you get like an older cat, they have like their medical history and everything all laid out for you, so you know what you're getting yourself into. And if you want to be able to take care of like a cat that's dependent on like medicine or a special diet or always gotta be on the alert. Yeah. They're like kids. You gotta watch them, I know cats tend to be a little bit more independent, but you do still absolutely gotta watch your cats. Did I tell you about this professor that I had who she couldn't get a cat, and she didn't like cats because she was traumatized as a kid, where she was doing laundry, and as she was putting the laundry in the dryer, the cat jumped in and she didn't know. So she dryered the cat. And that's understandably very traumatizing for a child. When I'm not home, I'm always in the back of my mind, man, what if something happens to the house and Hamish is all alone? Yeah. Oh no, yeah. We were like, oh no. When she told that story. This poor girl. Accidents like that happen. They happen. And unfortunately, the consequences of it tend to be quite traumatic for everyone involved. It's okay. This hand doesn't have to be perfect because it's gonna look like this when it's zoomed out, and it looks fine. Oh, too bad this isn't the one that has the X-Sphere on it. Freak accidents, yeah. Better about taking care of a pet if you have someone else in the house. Yeah, it's like taking care of children. It's nice when you have like a bunch of other people helping you take care of them. Just for cover, yeah. I mean, there's also like daycares and stuff, but that's more money that you gotta set aside to uh Not when you're just by yourself right now. Yeah, yeah. I know a friend who when he goes to travel or whatever, or when he comes down here to visit his family, um he hires someone to come check on his cat while he's gone. And then the company that runs this, they have the caretakers, like they leave the key for them or the door code or whatever so they can get inside the house. And they just feed them, make sure they're okay, and they take a picture of the cat for them and send it send it to the owner, just to give them peace of mind and stuff. When you lose your current work from home job, don't know what you're going to do about Hamish. Yeah, I'm sure Hamish will be fine. I know our parents, when we were little, what they would do is my mom worked night shifts and then my dad worked day shifts. So in the day he would like take us to school, and then didn't need to wake up early and walk him. Yeah. He would take us to school and then watch us in the daytime, like on the weekends. And then our mom, she worked night shifts, so she would, keep an eye on us. Oh no, he would keep an eye on us. Our dad would keep an eye on us at night while our mom was at work. And then our mom would come home in the morning and she'd keep an eye on us in the morning until we went to school. Use your lunch to let him out. Yeah, yeah. I would love to get a work from home job, mostly because I'm tired of driving to work every morning. Cool. Thank you for the chili dog. But I do not have the specific skill set that most work from home jobs are looking for. So I am out of luck on that. Your hybrid? Yeah, I would take a hybrid too, but like, because then at least I'm not driving every single dang day. And construction all throughout your route to work. Yeah. I hate when I'm driving to work and then like suddenly there's unexpected like traffic and I have to text my boss while I'm in the car. I'm like, "Hey, there was a big old accident on the freeway. I might be a little bit late cuz the traffic is not fucking moving." But a lot of times she's like, "Yeah, I saw it on the news just now. So just come in when you come in. Unless you decide to care for someone else, which you don't want to do. Yeah. That's fine. That's an arm. That's an arm. It doesn't matter. What time is it? Send out more transfer requests. Do that. Do it. heckin' do it. I need to update my resume and then start sending out job apps. Like, on the one hand, my boss at my current job is so fucking chill. Like, I get away with so much shit. But mostly because she does it too. So she's like, you know, as long as you guys don't aren't like recklessly crazy, you know, you guys can do whatever you want. Get in the habit of checking traffic before you go. Yeah, I try to tell myself to check the weather so I know whether I should bring like a raincoat or something warm or something. But I always forget. Kind of super hate Lloyd's pants. Not gonna lie. Lloyd, please wear shorts. I don't know what these fucking like suspenders that he's wearing and these bucket pants. Dwarven fashion my ass. Do you think the reason why his clothes have so many like rivets in them is because his dad doesn't know how to use a thread and needle, so all he has are these metal rivets. So that's what he uses to hold his clothes together. Lurk, all right, have a good lurk. Thank you for dropping in, Joshy. Maybe. I mean, if it holds the clothes together, it should be fine, right? Oh man, I pulled for that new horse on the new banner. Oh, what was her name? Already forgot. The Agnes Digital, yeah. I pulled on her banner, but I got Narita Bryan instead, which is fine. And then I failed yet another career with Metro Ryan, which which is also fine. Metro Ryan, please. That's okay. One day. I was having like bad RNG with her mood too. Like her mood kept going down. Keep trying to make rank B horses, but they just squeak past into B plus. Made an Oguri cap that accidentally got S medium and S long. Let's go. You love Agnes Digital. Team Joshi proud. Let's go. That's fine. That's fine. He said King Halo is a big ass. Let's fucking go. Love that after 2 hours, I'm still working on the first panel. Love comics. Love this line work, thanks. I think that's one of the reasons why it usually takes me so long to do pieces. Because I'm very particular about my line work. If the line work doesn't look good, then I won't. It doesn't pass, you know? Not push to production, do not pass go. I think I had a professor who said, if the line work looks good, you can do a half-ass job at coloring and things will still look decent. But if the line work looks bad and you do a bad job at coloring, then everything looks bad. Of course, there's always exceptions and there's always different workflows. So there's always going to be someone out there who's like, oh, I don't do line work. It's like, okay, this is about people who do line work. Seen messy lines, but pretty form and colors. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the lines can look messy, but like, you know, if the proportions are off or the things just look, you know, not like, I'm okay with like sketchy line work and stuff because that's pretty aesthetic. But like if the proportions are off or if the balance looks off, it's gonna show even after you color it. Or like if the line weight looks really yucky. But yeah, that's if you do line work and stuff. I do like a good like sketchy line work. I've seen a lot of really good artists pull it off. But yeah, if you can make whatever it is that you do look good, just do it. A lot of the rules that are out there are just, they're just guidelines. And you can always ignore them. You can always ignore them if you don't like them. Same for cooking. Yeah, if it tastes good, then it's fine. Yeah, I like comparing creating art to cooking, because cooking in and of itself is also an art. I did save Toby, thank you. Are we back? We're in the green now. It took a good like 10, 15 minutes to get back in the green. That was weird. I don't even stream at like 6,000, 8,000 kilobytes. I stream at like 1,000. Welcome back. Thanks. Thanks, Lifa. How was my break? I was trying to figure out why my internet seemed fine, but the stream was not. Be gay, do crimes? Absolutely. Oh, let me check something. Hmm. Yep, we're dropping again. Are we back? We're still dropping frames, but it's also the holidays, so I wouldn't be surprised if everyone on this block was streaming Netflix or Disney Plus or Hulu or whatever. Yeah, upload speed's been real wonky. I guess we're just fluctuating today. Maybe I shouldn't try to stream over the holidays. Maybe I should just take a break. It's fine. It's fine. I think we're okay now. I'm paranoid now. I keep checking the connection. Connection, please. Yeah. Is it still spotty? Maybe I shouldn't try to stream on Thursday. What if that's when everyone's trying to stream the football game? You didn't notice anything? Seems good now. Good. We did drop several times. I saw it trying to reconnect. I saw OBS trying to reconnect quite a few times. I was gonna go look for that song that you said was Godot-esque, Lug, but then the connection dropped and then the music kept going. So it's lost. It's lost now. DC'd while you were AFK. Yeah, we were gone for a good like 15 minutes. That's why you didn't notice. It's fine. It's fine. I'm getting a little hungry. Kai! Stinkies. Hope you're having a good one. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday. And I hope holiday prep isn't too stressful. You have to say stinky and stinkies because it's silly. That's fine. That's fine. I have a friend who comes onto the Discord to call everyone in the voice chat stinky, and then she leaves. Stinky, yeah. Broaduses. This is still my favorite piece from Liza P. I say piece. My favorite song. Oh shit. Your fingers smell like jackfruit. Jackfruit do be smelly. Not in a bad way, but it like sticks. The smell sticks to everything. Oh man, this Silent Hill fan art. That's a cool Hinako design, though. It's the Hinako we deserve. I'm done with Liza P. We are switching playlists. Feral Hinako, let's fucking go. I love her. Is she trying to take? Is she trying to take her Tic Tacs back from the fox man in that one picture, or is she just being a nuisance? She's just chewing on him. Excellent. I love that. Just random doodles. Y'all should play Silent Hill F. And if you don't like playing Silent Hill, you should watch someone play it. You should watch a playthrough. I wonder if I can finish lining this before 6 o'clock. Kind of reminds me of that quote. Who was it? I don't know who said it, but they're like, if you marry a party girl and expect her to stop partying, and then she doesn't, that's fucking on you. So like, you know, if you marry a feral fox girl and she she's still feral. That's your problem. Feral fox girl, right? Like if you fall in love with a feral fox girl because she's feral, and then you marry her and you expect her to be not feral, I think you've got the wrong idea about this. What was that? That one guy, he said, if you marry a party girl and expect her not to go out to parties and then she does and you get mad, you should have expected this. You should just let her party. Let her party and go and have fun, and then she'll come back to you. She'll come back to you happier for it or something like that. What did you expect, right? You think now suddenly she's married, you think she's gonna stop partying? Like, I mean, yeah, at some point people are like, parties aren't for me anymore because, too loud, too many people. I just, not into the scene anymore. But like, that should have been something you considered before you married them. Oh, shoot. Clowns! Happy Sunday. I hope you're having a good one. Hopefully, if there's any holiday prep that you're doing, it's not too crazy. I'm R and I'm fine. Thank you, clowns. It's always too crazy. Yeah, valid. Who married Fox Girl? Feral Fox Girl and expected to change it? It's fine. It's just about of marrying a feral fox girl and expecting her to not be feral after you marry her. like those people who are like, oh, I want a manic pixie dream girl, and then they fall in love with a manic pixie dream girl, and then she's still super, wild and stuff. And they're like, how come me marrying her didn't calm her down? And it's like, you wanted a manic pixie dream girl. Here's your dream girl. She's still manic and she's still pixie. So I don't know what you expected. Not looking forward to work this week, but you know what? At least it's a short week. worry about Zelos over here. He's just gonna be cut off. Thank you, Toby. Procyon! Light of the monitor kept you up 30 hours. Kaleidoscopic hellscapes of primary colors played out before your eyes. Children's tearing each other apart with wild animals. Slaves from a natural world that was as much fantasy as Holocaust. I had to finish the job in one determined effort. I didn't have the courage to go back if I stopped. Rain battered the house, falling heavy as lead cannonballs as I loaded the next episode of Pokemon. Let's fucking go. I would love to sit down and watch all of like the old first season of Pokemon. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday. People undergoing hip replacement surgery are doing better than you right now. Yikes. I hope it gets better for you. Mabong! Happy Sunday. Hope you're having a good one. Hello was created by an introvert who was ordered into going to a party. The original utterance was go to hell. I believe that. You go, MB. He's napping on the floor now. Right back. All right, Toby. Don't get lost. No, you always do. I don't know if I'm actually going to finish these lines on stream today. I got like 15 minutes. I did, Toby. Thank you. It's fine. If we don't finish today, there's always tomorrow. Did I mention that? Sorry, this song reminds me of Persea, but Persea actually inspired uh the design for like my original R2Y9S, original Android. Yeah, Persea. But as a kid, I think I like blatantly stole her hairstyle. Normal, yeah, normal kid creating OC behavior. or it's just like a reskin of like their favorite character. Which is fine. Government do be bailing out farmers. I'm gonna bake so many pies on Thursday. I'm gonna bake an apple pie and a pumpkin pie and a chess pie. You're gonna have so much pie, right? All right. Oh, I'm gonna end here. I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna grab something to eat. Sorry about the Lupin, you're here. Thanks for sticking through the multiple frame drops that we had in that little bit there. Keep thinking you're done with your drawing, but then you keep finding stuff to add. Yeah, a lot of times I'll just sit there and stare at my drawing once I'm done. And then and then, you know, I'll come back to it like every 5 minutes and I'm like, man, what the hell? How did I miss that? Or what if I added this? You know, it's kind of crazy. Showed up and hit add L. Oh no. Excellent. Add hell. That's weird because I shouldn't be getting mid-roll ads because I play ads every hour. Anyways, we're gonna find someone to raid, maybe. Thank you all for sticking through that rough patch. Someone streaming right now. PewPie streaming, Big Scary streaming. Biz Goragle. What is Biz playing? Biz is playing Vero Curse of Faces. We could also just not raid anyone. I feel like I don't usually raid people on Sundays. Yeah, we'll probably just end here. Thank you all for coming. Have a lovely rest of your night. Stay safe, stay hydrated. Have a lovely holiday. Yeah, stay safe. Eat lots of good food. Spend it with people you love. A bonk. Lupin, Slifa, and Lug. I know Lug was here. Procyon, thank you for dropping in. Clowns, I know you're here. Kai was here. Slifa, thank you again for the raid. Joshi, good to see you. Always good to see you. And I will see you guys on the internet. Good night.